Hi friends, my name is Akil Ahmed and this is our ninth video tutorial on SQL Server Developer Interview Questions and Answers series. So let's continue on this one. So our first question is, what is the difference between OLTP system and OLAP systems? So the first difference between an OLTP system and OLAP system is that OLTP system is called as online transactional processing while OLAP system is called as online analytical processing. The next difference is that we can normally insert, delete and update data to the OLTP systems while we just select the data from the OLAP systems. The size of the OLTP system is generally small, ranging from some megabytes to gigabytes, while the size of the OLAP systems are relatively large, ranging from terabyte to petabyte. Data is normalized in the OLTP systems, while data is denormalized in OLAP systems. We use standard RDBMS for storing and managing the OLTP systems, while we use the data warehouse for storing the OLAP data. OLTP system consists of current data, while OLAP system consists historical data for the analysis. OLTP system is used to manage the day-to-day operations, while the OLAP system is used in planning and decision making of different products. Our next question is, what is the difference between union and union all operator in SQL Server? So both union and union all operators are used to join two or more data sets into a single result set. The only difference between the union and union all is that union keeps only distinct records, while union all keeps all records including the duplicates. Because union operator removes the duplicate records as well, so thus it is a bit slower as compared to the union all operator. Our third question is, how can you copy data from one table to another in SQL Server? So let's see how we can do that. So I have SQL Server database and here I have a table email underscore sample, okay, and I want to insert some of the data into the email underscore sample 2. So we can write an insert into query. So I can write insert into destination table. So our destination table is email underscore sample 2, to which we want to insert the data to, and we want to insert the data from the email underscore sample. So I can just write a select star from source table. So if the schema of your both the tables is exactly same, then you can just write this query insert into table and then select star from source table. So if you execute this query, then you can see that all data got inserted to another table. But if you think that the number of columns in the destination table and the number of columns in the source tables are not exactly same, then what you can do, you can just define the columns here, just provide the column names, for example column 1 comma column 2, something like this, and then you can select only those columns from the source table, something like this, okay. So in case if the columns won't be same, then this particular method will work. So this is one of the method. Now the next method is that if you want to create a new table from the existing table, then you can write, for example, select star into and then new table name, for example temporary table. If you want to insert the data into temporary table, temp email from your source table, so this way a new table will be created and all data will be inserted. So it's saying that there is already an object named temp email, okay. So I can create another table temp email 1. So now you can see that a new table got created and all data got inserted from the existing table. So this method is normally used by the developers while writing the code. So for testing purpose, we create a lot of tables and then later we drop them as well. So now let's move to the next question. So our next question is how to delete duplicate records in SQL Server. So let's see this one as well, how we can remove the duplicate records. So if you see in this particular table cell, I got two duplicate records. For example, the first record Ashish, this is repeated, and the second record Amar, this is also repeated. So I want to remove the duplicate records from this particular table. So I can use a row number function here with CTE row number. So I can write a select query here using the row number, select star comma, and then I can use the row number function here over. Now here you need to use the partition by clause, partition by, and now you need to name all the columns based on which you want to decide like if a record is duplicate or it's not a duplicate, okay. In this particular example, all the columns, like even the ID column is duplicate, but in some scenarios maybe the ID column can be distinct but other columns are duplicate. For example, name is duplicate and salary is duplicate, and if you want to delete the duplicate based on some specific columns, then you can name those specific columns here, and if you want to delete the duplicates based on all columns, then you need to name the all columns here. So I want to delete the duplicates based on all columns, so I will name all columns here id comma name comma salary and then order by. So you can put an order by, so I can put order by id. You can name any column here. I will call this column as rn from my table name. So table name is sal. Okay, so I will select the data from this CTE, and then I will replace the select keyword with the delete keyword. So now you can see that wherever we have the rn value 2, that data is duplicate. So this one is duplicate and this record is duplicate. Okay, so if I want to select the records where the data is duplicate, so I can put a where clause where rn is greater than 1, then those records will be duplicate. Yeah, so these two records are duplicate. So if you want to delete them, then you can replace the select star with delete. So you can run this particular query here. So now you can see that 2 records got deleted. So now we got these many records in your SQL Server table. So now you can see that the duplicate records have been deleted. So now let's move to the next question. So our next question is how to get the employee with the third highest salary. So let's see this example as well. So you want to get the third highest salary. So let's see how we can achieve this particular thing. So if you see in this particular table, we got the salary column as well. So from this particular table, I want to get the third highest salary. So if you see, the 500 is the first highest salary, 400 is the second highest salary, and then 300 is the third highest salary. Okay, so I want to get the third highest salary, which will be 300 in this particular table. So how I can do that? For that, there are different methods those you can use. Maybe you can use the row number function, you can use the subquery, and there are some other methods as well. So I will use the subquery method here, so which is very simple actually. So first what we will do, we will select the top 3 records and order by the salary, and then we can select the minimum salary from that, which will be the highest salary. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I can select, and I will use the distinct as well. In case the data is not distinct, then it won't be correct. So I can use the distinct here. Select distinct salary from cell order by salary DESC. So if I execute this query, then it will return me all data, but I can select only top 3 records. So I can put top 3 here. So now you can see that it has selected the top 3 records, 500, 400, 300. So this 300, this is the third highest salary. So now I want to select the minimum value from these 3 records. Okay, so I can use this particular query as a subquery, and I can write select minimum salary from, and I will use this query as a subquery, and I will call it as exp1. And if you execute this query now, then this is the third highest salary. So this is how you can just get the third highest salary from your SQL Server database. So I will share the salary table and this query, and I will also share this delete query as well. And I think this is pretty straightforward. Select star into new table, but I can share this email sample table as well. So you can download all these tables from the link in the description of this video. So I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.